Yeah, all you want to do is get your container and you're just going to be gentle about it. Strain it in there, like so. And ladies and gentlemen, Uncle Chris saying that you just learn how to make your own fish, well, shrimp stock at home. Put it in the fridge, in the freezer, wherever you want to keep it. And I find by allowing it to cool directly in the pot there, it sort of steeps almost like a tea. Iron? Iron. I've got 1 pound of large shrimp, and I'll just quickly show you what we're doing. I'm just going to shift these over. And you know, for some people, let me just tighten up this a little bit so you can see what's going on. For some people, believe it or not, by handling the shellfish, your hands can become irritated, so you may want to pay attention to that. Yeah, and all we're going to do is remove the head. So you just grab the head and remove it. We're going to give that a rinse after. I'm just dumping that in there, and then you're going to go this the top side, but you're going to go by the sort of the feet, or the, yeah, it looks like feet, but we know it's not the feet. We're just going to go and peel back and remove the shells like so. Yeah, all the way down the tail, and you're just going to use your thumbnail just to get in there like so. Pull that back. And we've just peeled a shrimp, right? What we want to do, I have my paring knife now, and this is how you're going to devein. And if you head over to the Food FAQ channel, you will see I showed you guys how to do this already. Using a paring knife, you're just going to go down the top part all the way down. Yeah, so just be careful. And this is how you devein the shrimp. So this part here is what we're looking to take out. Yeah, see, I don't know if you guys can see that. There we go. Yeah, just gonna pull that out. I'm gonna toss it down the sink, give that a little rinse, and there we go. We've peeled and deveined the shrimp. Then you can wash it with lemon juice and water. One more time. Remove the head. We're gonna put it over here. Give that a little rinsey rinse. Take from the bottom out, peel it back, and all of the shells is what we're gonna use for making the shrimp stock. So it's very easy, as you saw when I did it there. If it's a little bit more, if it's just out of the freezer, when I mean out of the freezer, it still has a little bit frozen, it tends to work a little bit. This has been sitting out for about 20 minutes. So you make that cut again, yeah, until you can reveal. Sometimes it's clear, as in this case here, so this time it's clear. We want to remove that all the way down to the bottom here, into the sink, rinse, and I'm just gonna continue. Yeah, it did take a few minutes, maybe about 10 minutes, but I have the peeled and deveined shrimp here. I'm gonna cling wrap that, put it into the fridge. I've got all of the shells, including the heads here, and that is what we're gonna use for making the sort of shrimp stock from the garden outside. I've got celery, scallion, thyme, parsley, onion. I like adding some sea salt to my stock, and I also like adding some black peppercorns. I've got medium flame. To that I'm going to add about a tablespoon of butter. I just want to soften that up a bit. Now if you wanted to use a neutral oil in here, you can certainly do that. I just find with the butter, and that's salted butter by the way, I just find that with the butter I get a richer, a more flavorful stock than if I were to use oil, but oil is an option as well. Let's just swirl that butter around in there, and we just want it to sort of melt a little bit. I don't want brown butter because I am not a fan of brown butter. What I will do at this point is add all of that shell and heads in there. I'm going to give that a quick little stir just to coat it with that melted butter. And this is going to change color on us, as you will see in a minute. As soon as it heats through, you can already see that lovely color that we're getting from heating it through in the melted butter. At this point, once it starts doing that, I'm going to start chopping everything up. So in goes the chopped up celery. Just going to give everything a sort of a rough chop. Yeah. In goes the scallion. all of that thyme, the onion as well, and believe it or not, you can leave the skin on the onion. It really doesn't matter at this point because we're going to strain this. And of course, the parsley. We need salt. I'm not going to go too heavy because later on when I'm using the stock, I'll be able to add salt accordingly, but I just want to be able to pull out some flavor. And when you're cooking, you know, salt is a great tool to do so. Some black peppercorns. Give that another quick stir. And notice how brilliant the color is. And what I'm going to do is add 3 cups of water. We're going to bring it up to a simmer, a gentle simmer. You don't want this to boil because I find that once it starts boiling, it creates a harsh tasting stock. I want a very mild tasting stock. But what we want to do is reduce that back down to 2 cups. So the end, once we strain it, we'll get 2 cups of stock from this. But we're going to start off with 3 to 3.5 cups of water. I just want this to go just a little bit further, just to soften up the onion. Now, if you like garlic in here, you can add garlic, any sort of flavor enhancers or herbs or anything else that you like, you can add it in here. This is all I want. If you wanted to add chives in here, yeah, you can certainly add chives or pimento pepper. If you want to make it spicy, you can add, I would add a habanero pepper before I would add a Scotch bonnet pepper. But again, that's my personal choice because I find the habanero is a bit more fruity. It's to the point where I want it to be. So all I'm going to do now is add that water. I'm going to bring it up to that sort of simmer or boil. But remember, we don't want this vigorous. We just want tiny little bubbles on the side, and we're going to maintain that sort of temperature until we pull out all the flavors from the scallion, the thyme, the black peppercorn, and of course the shrimp shells. I'm starting to see tiny bubbles in there, like right here on the corner over there. So what I'm going to do is turn my heat down because I had it at medium. I'm going to turn it down to medium low. I just want to maintain that tiny bubbles just for about 20 to 25 minutes or so, and then that liquid would have reduced by about 25, by about a third, because remember we started off with 3 cups of water and we're going to end up with 2 cups of water, well, stock. So we're going to reduce it by about a third. It's been about 25 minutes, so what I'm going to do now is shut off the stove, and I'm going to allow this to cool on its own before I strain it and pour it into the container that I'll be storing it in. Here's the thing, if you wanted to freeze it, you can freeze it as well after, well, of course, after you strain it, you can freeze it, totally up to you. In my case, I'm going to be using it in a day or so, so I'm just going to put it into the container. By the way, my stove is off, and it's going to be good in the fridge for at least 4 or 5 days or something. But for now, we just want that to cool on its own.